Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My wife and I own 80 acres in Millville Township in northern Grant County, and my sisters and I own 40 forested acres in in Patch Grove Township, which is adjacent to Millville. We protect that land for hunting, and by that I mean we have not joined the managed forest land program, and it costs us about $3,000 a year to do that. If I would have known I could move in and out of a managed forest depending on the season, I could have saved myself a lot of money. Now, I like hunters. I welcome them to come out and hunt deer, but we don't like people hunting doves, for example, and we don't have control of that unless we pay the real taxes on it. So I really don't like that there's a special interest legislation that's going to benefit a corporation when that same kind of benefit is not afforded to the citizens of Wisconsin. Second, I didn't like following up a guy from Idaho since I've been sitting here all morning. I think that Wisconsin citizens should come ahead of other citizens from other states in this case. And I appreciate you asked me how to pronounce my last name. I actually mispronounce it because I couldn't say Rick Ruecking when I was a kid, so it became Rick Ruecking, and that's what I keep. And I want to give a very short family story. None of us are responsible for our ancestors, but I have an ancestor who was a major eco-terrorist in Wisconsin. And that fellow got the rights to build a railroad in northern Wisconsin from Marinette and Peshtigo up through Oconto County and out. And as he told my grandfather, they gave me the rights to 1 mile of timber on either side of that right-of-way. But I took 10 because I knew by the time they caught me, I'd be too rich for them to do anything about it. His name was Isaac Stephenson, and he was elected U.S. Senator from Marinette County. He was the hero of Peshtigo fire. But of course, all the fuel for that fire, his log cutters had left on the side of the railroad. We have to protect our environment to the best we can. We have to reach out to, I appreciated the gentleman here who spoke about the ideals of our government. And you mentioned how bad that eco-terrorism was back then. They didn't think in those terms, and so we don't hold them to the same standards. But we know more today, and we should act as though we do. Thank you very much.
Hold a second.
Yeah.
Are you bitter towards Isaac Stephenson?
Am I bitter?
Yes.
No, I'm not bitter to King George. You know, these are people I never met, but they did things that I abhor.
Secondly, do you know how much it costs to file a notice of intent for iron mining?
I have no idea.
See, that's a requirement of
Yes.
this under this bill.
Yes.
And there's all the other fees that have to be paid.
Yes.
That's why this is very narrowly crafted so people can't get in and out. Now, if somebody chose to do that,
I understand that.
And I would suggest to
Yes.
you, talk to Mr. Seitz. He can tell you how much it's going to cost their company to be able to file these permits in order to be able to use this bill.
You know, I don't know what it would cost me to take my program out of the managed forest either, and then put it back in. I'm of the understanding that there's a financial penalty to do so, and if there weren't,
has left the conference.
Thank you. If there weren't, then we would be doing this all the time, depending on the season of the animal that's being harvested, or the plant like ginseng or other things that are you want to protect. So,
Thanks for your testimony.
thank you.